Critics say there's been a lot of talk but little action at the first high-level talks between the president and Chinese President Hu Jintao, the U.S. President Barack Obama. My next guest recently returned from China, and he says the two countries are on a collision course on trade and globalization. He is Clyde Prestowitz. He's the president of the Economic Strategy Institute, joining us from Washington now. Clyde, thanks so much for being with us.
My pleasure.
And watching this press conference in Beijing, I mean, it appears there is some agreement on various issues, but really the most contentious, I'm talking about the Yuan and global trade, very little progress is made.
Yeah, I think it was not to be expected that much progress would be made. Obama and Hu are both trying to establish, a cooperative relationship. But I think the problem is that Obama has to create jobs, and to do that he needs exports, and Hu needs to create jobs, and to do that he needs exports. And so the underlying.
And judging from what's going on in the last year or so, it seems that China appears to be winning on that front.
For sure. And China is winning in large part because it's keeping its currency about 40% undervalued, which is why the currency issue has been such a #1 issue in these discussions. But it's very difficult to imagine that anything dramatic is going to change on that front.
And Clyde, speaking about the currency, I want to play for you a soundbite from President Obama and what he said during this press conference in Beijing about the yuan.
And I was pleased to note the Chinese commitment made in past statements to move toward a more market-oriented exchange rate over time. I emphasized in our discussions, and have others in the region, that doing so based on economic fundamentals would make an essential contribution to the global rebalancing effort.
Okay, market-oriented exchange rate. Did you expect, Clyde, any stronger comments coming out from the president, or did he?
I didn't. No, I just got back from China. I was in China about a week before the president arrived, and I met with a number of the leading Chinese financial and monetary officials, and it was quite clear to me that they may make some move, but I think over time is the key word. I'd be very surprised if anything dramatic happens.
Okay. Clyde, in the time that we have, I mean, the next step between China and the U.S. for their relations and adjusting for this sort of new global stage.
Well, as President Obama said, the U.S. needs to rebalance in terms of consuming less and saving more, producing more, exporting more. And China needs to rebalance in terms of consuming more, saving less, and exporting less. But those are big, it's easy to say those things.
Okay.
But they entail enormous political changes.
Okay, Clyde, of course, easy to say, hard to do. Thanks so much, Clyde.